He was the kind of man who had mastered the art of controlled chaos. His room was a jungle of half-finished books, mismatched socks, and pizza boxes that held more receipts than food. He called it organized disaster. His mother called it concerning. Every morning began with him hitting snooze like it owed him money. He had 10 alarms set, each labeled with increasingly aggressive messages. Get up. This is why you're single. Final warning. Still, he managed to sleep through 8 of them, stumble into consciousness by the 9th, and regret everything by the 10th. He wasn't lazy. Not really. He was tired. The kind of tired that seeps into your bones when you feel like you're moving through life on a treadmill set to incline. He worked a tedious job at a mid-tier marketing firm, where he created ad copy for toothpaste and allergy meds. He tried to inject humor into the briefs, but most of it was stripped away in revisions. What remained were taglines that sounded like they'd been written by a sleep-deprived robot. He dreamed of being a screenwriter once, still kept a notebook full of half-formed characters and plot twists that would never twist. Now it served mostly as a coaster. One Thursday morning, already running late, he spilled coffee on the only clean shirt he owned. His laundry was a myth he kept promising to believe in. So he dug up a wrinkled button-down from the floor and called it vintage. On his way out, the elevator got stuck between floors for 7 full minutes. When the doors finally opened, he muttered, "This feels personal." At the office, his boss, a man with the personality of a cold stapler, reassigned him to a corner desk near the storage room. No official explanation, just, "We're shifting things around." Everyone knew what that meant. He named the dusty old printer beside him Gerald. Gerald had a soul. Gerald jammed every 3rd page and groaned like an old man getting up from a couch. He found comfort in Gerald's predictability. That night, against all odds, he had a date. They'd matched online. Her profile said she liked weird museums and old cartoons. She arrived in an oversized denim jacket, covered in pins, and a smile that made him forget, briefly, that his socks didn't match. She laughed when he told a bad pun. She told a story about getting locked in a zoo bathroom as a kid. The whole thing was surreal in a good way. They sat across from each other in a hole-in-the-wall ramen shop. She was mid-laugh when he excused himself to the bathroom and saw it, a piece of toilet paper, flapping from his shoe like a white flag of defeat. How long had it been there? The office, the subway, the entire date. He could have fled the country. Instead, he walked back, sat down, and said, Confession. I've been dragging an existential crisis on my foot all day. She nearly spit out her tea. You're lucky I like disasters, she said. They kept seeing each other. It felt almost like a montage shared takeout containers. Long texts, watching old comedy specials under blankets. She asked about his writing. He showed her a script. She said, "This part made me laugh out loud." That's rare. It was, for a while, enough, until life did what it always does, it pounced. One afternoon, his landlord showed up. Red envelope, missed rent, 2 months. He tried to explain client delay, paycheck mix-up, something about bank errors. None of it mattered. He had 7 days to leave. He didn't tell her, or his friends. He packed at night, boxed up his life in quiet, moved into his car. The front seat became his bed, and a gym membership became his shore pass. He told himself it was temporary, just a low point, a plot twist. All good stories had them. He still went to work, still joked with coworkers, still said, "Yeah, things are all right." He didn't write. Gerald had been replaced by a sleek new printer with no personality. It made perfect copies and gave him nothing. One night, she called. "You've been distant," she said. He deflected. She pushed, and it all came out. The car, the eviction, the pride, the shame. She didn't say anything at first. He waited for silence to do what silence does, confirm the worst. But then she simply asked, "Do you want to crash at my place for a while?" He cried, not dramatically, not in the way films show it, just a slow, quiet leak of grief that had been simmering for months, maybe years. She helped him move his boxes, labeled kitchen, and probably important, she even laughed at his wrinkled shirts and helped him iron one for a new interview. And strangely, life didn't turn perfect. He didn't win the lottery or sell a screenplay, but he started freelancing more. He wrote at night again, just small things, sketches, jokes, monologues. Gerald would have been proud. Now, he sets only one alarm. It still takes him to snoozes to get up, but he gets up. He still messes up sometimes, still loses keys, still burns toast, but he's learning that tragedy and comedy often hold hands, that it's okay to fall apart as long as you don't pretend you're fine forever. And sometimes, the most human thing you can do is laugh with tears in your eyes.